Please, folks, do what's right. Don't do what the tobacco industry wants.
As a newcomer, Smith assumed that in a budget-cutting Congress this would be an easy fight. But she underestimated the tobacco lobby, which descended on Congress as the vote neared.
There were tobacco lobbyists everywhere, and at all the receptions in the buildings around the Capitol. They'll say, I was your friend in the last election, so they use that terminology for giving you money. And they'll say, you know, are you going to be our friend on this bill? That's how you're approached. Because they change the terminology because they can't say, I gave you money, you vote for me.
As a battle raged over the tobacco subsidy, the reach of the tobacco lobby extended right onto the floor of the House, a forbidden domain to all but members and their staffs. Freshmen like Steve Largent were shocked at what happened there.
Well, I had heard that, that there was one particular member that was passing out checks on the House floor. And I immediately went to that member and confronted them and asked if it was true, and they confirmed that it was true. And, you know, just...
Who was it?
Well, I'm not going to reveal who it is.
The member, it turned out, was the fourth-ranking Republican leader in the House, John Boehner of Ohio. Like Tom DeLay, Boehner has become known as a Republican leadership point man with powerful business lobbies.
Mine asked me to give out a half a dozen checks quickly before we got to the end of the month, and I complied. And I did it on the House floor, which I regret, should not have done. It's not a violation of the House rules, but it's a practice that's gone on here for a long time that we're trying to stop, and I know that I'll never do it again.
Were the checks from tobacco companies?
I think, if my memory serves me correctly, I think it was a tobacco check, yes.
How do you feel about that episode, looking back on it?
It's a bad practice. We got to stop this. This is just not something that ought to happen.
But in this case, tobacco's well-timed contributions helped save its subsidy.
So the people that were passing out the checks won.
With Congress so often at a standstill, anti-smoking forces have shifted the battleground to states like California, which has enacted some of the country's toughest smoking restrictions. Cigarette companies have fought back with what some stealth lobbying. And so in the spring of 1994, when a ballot initiative was launched in California promising tough new smoking restrictions,
188 prohibits smoking in most public places.
It quickly drew support from the public, including people like David and Julia Isaacs.
And I felt that this was something that I could endorse, and I was very pleased to.
Sounded like a group of people that
and
were really
pulmonary nurse Carol Archibald.
So I signed the petition and mailed it in, and helped